Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. Today it's my fifth Redbubble shop review. I had Ria1618 who commented in the last video and asked me to do a shop review as well on Redbubble. I'm very happy to do that. Bear in mind, I only started, 9 months ago on Redbubble, so I'm not really an expert. Spent quite a lot of time doing print-on-demand videos and talking about print-on-demand, also designing and uploading, but still I'm not necessarily a Redbubble only expert, but over the month I've learned quite a few things, and I'm very happy to do a review and to share these things with you. I hope you as viewers will learn something from that as well, especially if you're starting with print on demand, or especially with Redbubble. I mean, Redbubble has the advantage, it really has a low entry barrier, whereas other websites, for example, have tier systems, or sometimes they refuse designs or reject designs even though there's nothing wrong with them. For example, Spreadshirt, they have some restrictions which, even if you do nothing wrong, but just by not doing certain things, they will reject your designs, and Redbubble is necessarily not doing that. So it really has a low entry barrier, and it's a great place to start with print on demand. First things, Ria, you started in July 2021, 159 designs, and I believe that is actually really good. And by the way, so if I say things here, I hope you don't take them personally or anything. I really just want to help. If I make any recommendations from my point of view, bear in mind that's my point of view only. Other people might have a completely different view, but I just hope you can learn something from that, and other viewers as well. So first of all, you joined very recently, which indicates you're just starting with print on demand, which is great. You've made the right decision. Essentially, everybody needs to choose for themselves if print on demand is worth it. For me, it's been very rewarding. For me, it's worth it. It makes me a lot of fun as well, but for some people it's also not the right thing. So you just need to probably work out if it is for you or not. Maybe you already have experience, I don't know, but certainly what I can see is that you started your Redbubble shop in July and you already have 159 designs, and that's pretty cool. I think that is quite a lot actually for just a month, and I don't know on which day you joined, but still, we are only middle of August, so it is pretty good. So first thing that you do here, and I'm looking at explore designs first, so just have a look at the designs, and then we go to products. But what I can see, you do quite a few Halloween designs already, and that is really good because Q4 is around the corner. You want to take a little bit of profit in Q4 and make some money with it, so that is really good. What I can see, I mean, I don't know, you need to be careful that these, unless you designed them really yourself, which would be great, but if you've taken them just from a website like Canva, I don't know, then you need to be careful because Canva don't like you just to use designs as they are. If you took them from FreePic or any other website where you can download free graphics, that's totally fine. Redbubble don't have a problem with it, and you're not doing anything wrong if you can just always check for the license, that you can just use them as they are. But what I always recommend is that if you download something like a graphic from somewhere, add some text, or add a few graphics together to make a new design, because then you don't have you have less competition, because other people might have done the same. They might have just taken a graphic from somewhere. So if you can find a way to add different graphics together and add some text as well. First of all, a text is pretty cool. Many people like buying t-shirt designs with a text, like with a funny text or something, because that brings across a message, and it is easier then to really spark an emotion in someone. And when somebody feels an emotion, they are more likely to buy. For example, if you own a cat and you are, you own a cat, and then you look for t-shirts for cat lovers or things like that, and if you only see a cat on a t-shirt, I guess it is more likely that if there is a text like cat dad or cat mom, something funny with cat, it might be more likely that you are going to buy. But a lot of Halloween designs, I really like that. And some of them are really cool, but what I would recommend, as I said, just add a text, make it more unique. But again, right decision to start with Halloween here. What you are doing here, you have certainly added some elements together. What is still missing for me is some text, certainly. Let's go down, trick or treat. Certainly a lot of Halloween designs, which is good. Then some text designs. You've experimented with different fonts. Okay, let's just see in a minute how they look on a product. Psychologist. I'm just having a look through. I haven't actually had a look through before. So these are pretty cool. You know, these Halloween design, these sunset designs, they can sell pretty well. There are many people who use them, but they also sell well. What I can recommend to you is if you use a design software where you can possibly have a, you know, here you have not necessarily a silhouette. You have that shark, you know, sort of just as a line graphic. But on some websites, you can find this as a silhouette. So with silhouette, I mean really like a black shape, like, you know, in front of the sun, where you basically only see the shadow of that graphic here. So that looks much cooler, actually, in my opinion. And it works much better together with the sunset design. And then if you can find a software where you can actually lay the text around that sunset graphic, that's pretty cool as well. And then you've got, whoops, and you so sharks, animal niches, certainly. Here you have some round ones, photos. All right, so you've got a mix of different niches, obviously. I think you're experimenting with probably with different niches. What you need to just be aware of that, you know, when you use graphics as they are, I mean, maybe you designed them yourself, but I guess you probably downloaded them somewhere, and you need to be sure that you are not infringing on any, yeah, basically that you just comply with all the licensing stuff, because maybe these are your photos, but maybe not. And if they are not, then you just need to be careful that you, when you download photos somewhere, that you have the license to use them also commercially without any annotation, basically. That you don't need to tell them where, that you don't need to add a remark where you downloaded it from. But so all designs, Halloween, really good decision, I think. Bear in mind that Christmas is coming up as well, and also Thanksgiving Day, so you might want to do something for that as well. Good to see that you have collections here, butterfly, deep sea creatures. They might also look pretty cool on stickers, so I think that might be something to go with. So when I click on one collection, you put them all on hats. Now, is there a certain reason for that? I'm not sure. So from my experience, hats don't necessarily, or caps don't necessarily sell very well on Redbubble. What I would recommend is maybe you choose a different thumbnail. So when you upload these products, you can actually select the kind of, when you upload these designs, you can select the kind of product you want to have it on displayed as a thumbnail by default. And I normally choose t-shirt, but other people choose stickers. I think stickers work really well, especially with some of your animal graphics here. So I would think about, do you really want to have them all shown on your cap? What I like is that this looks really consistent, yeah. But what you've done, you've also changed the colors on each cap. So I think some of these here, for example, where you have this, is it a marshmallow? Where you have this marshmallow, what I would recommend, you shouldn't display this on the thumbnail with a bright color. So I would much rather go with a black color, and you can change that when you upload the design. Look, that looks much better. What I also can recommend is that you make the text larger. Okay, if you can in the future designs, make the text a bit larger. It really needs to be massive, actually, in these print-on-demand designs on these websites here, where people scroll through and just have a very quick look. People don't have time, so they have just imagine me being a customer, people having a look on the website, on your shop, and I can't read it. Yes, I can read this down here, the text, but I normally only have a look at the thumbnail. And if I can't read it, maybe because the contrast isn't good enough, or the text is too small, or the font type is not clearly readable, then I'll probably just move on. Yeah, so I think just a few things to improve here, make the text larger, think about contrast and colors, and think about if you really want to display them all on a cap. Here you selected a sticker, which is fine, but obviously it's up to you, just overthink it. I don't think necessarily that so many people are buying caps. And maybe you like caps, and that's fine. I think other people like caps as well, and they will buy caps. But certainly it would be a smart move probably to go with a product group that sells really well on Redbubble. And from my experience, that's stickers, but also t-shirts sell pretty well as well for me. So that is something to watch out for. And then the last thing I'd like to do, what I find good, you already have followers. So we have 26 followers. That's pretty cool. And if we just have a look on one, I'll have a look in one, I go into one product and want to have a look at your tags because I find that very important. So let's take a look at this Halloween one because I did some Halloween designs before. So if we scroll down here, what I find, what's certainly good, you have this design on over 95 products. That's amazing. That is really good. And clearly you selected the dark background color for that, which was probably the right decision. And let's go down. These are the tags. Halloween, trick or treat, pumpkin. For really good tags in my opinion. Honestly, tags I think are really good. Halloween, trick or treat, pumpkin, fall, spooky, funny, October, scary, cute, horror, autumn, Halloween party, creepy, retro, vintage. What you can add as well is, for example, skeleton or witch. Or did you add pumpkin? Yes, you did. So there's not much more to add for tags. I think you're doing a good job on tags. Could maybe be a few more. You now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you have around 15 tags, so that's pretty good actually. Yeah, not much to say about tags. I think you've done that really well. And yeah, again, in summary, look at the caps. Yeah, think about product groups. Think about text size and maybe add some text to some of your designs or in the future. Think about the contrast of the background color of the product and the text because that needs to be readable, and the text size. I think you're doing really well on the tags and the keywords. That is really good. And also you've done some collections, you know, you definitely know that Q4 is upcoming, and you've done some Halloween designs. So all good stuff, and you already have 159 designs, so that is really good. But I think many people would not just buy, for example, a design like that. I think people want to look for something that sparks an emotion in them. So add a text, you know, that is, I think, very important. And maybe when you have a graphic like that, maybe make it a little bit more interesting, make it a bit more creative, add a few more elements. But again, that's up to you, you know. But from a sort of more objective point of view, I think what people are looking for is certainly the bigger text, contrast, thumbnails. Think about the product, and that's it. I think, yeah, you've done a really good job. Keep it going. And I hope that was a useful video also for anyone who's watching it. And thanks a lot for watching. If you liked it, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this print on demand journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.